Hey T-Wolves, my name's Sam, and yes, I like green eggs and ham. Come inside and join our pack. It's the best. Yes, that's a fact. Come on in. Hey guys, what's up?
Hey T-Wolves, it's Wednesday, August 21st, and it's a great day to be a T-Wolf.
Okay, T-Wolves, seniors, whether you realize it or not, 9 months from now, you are out in the real world. You'll be out of high school, which is super exciting, but also hopefully you realize that's should be a little bit shocking to you. Sophomores, you might think you have forever still here in high school. Believe it or not, it goes really, really quickly. One of the things that I want to just emphasize really heavily to you in these videos is the reality that what you learn at school is so crucial. And you know what, the content you learn, the math, the reading, the science, the content itself is important, and you do need to learn that. But what's even more important is that you develop purposely these skills and dispositions. 20 years from now, unless you're a doctor, you may not need biology knowledge, the actual content. But I guarantee that 20 years from now, and every year between 20 years from now and now, you're going to need these skills and dispositions. And so just know that as teachers, as administrators, as counselors, as an entire school, our goal is to help develop these things in you. And I would encourage you to consider, how are you purposely developing these things daily? How are you using the content knowledge you have when you're learning science? How are you purposely trying to think a little more critically, be able to think a little more deeply about certain things? You know, you might think of creativity as just something that's the arts. It's not just the arts. Arts is certainly a great place to develop that. But quite frankly, in your math class, you need to be able to think creatively, because really you've got to be able to take that math knowledge and apply it in new contexts, in new ways. And that's a creative act. Truly, collaboration is something that you've got to learn to be able to do. It's going to be a tough life for you if you can't collaborate and communicate effectively with people. And then last but not least in any way, citizenship and character. We've got to make sure we're developing those things. And so I'm going to talk here in just a minute about some of our THS values that get to really deliberately citizenship and character. But just know that your high school should be more than about grades. This is not about getting grades, it's not about getting points. It's about learning and developing and becoming these things. As you do that, I promise your life will be happier, but you'll also be able to bless the lives of those around you more effectively, because you'll be a more effective and a better human being. So, 6 C's, learn them, develop them, and leave Timpanogos High having truly developed these things. Okay, so T-Wolves, we talked a little bit about, when I was talking about the 6 C's, we talked a little bit about our values at Timpanogos High School. You've seen these, if you've been here, you've seen these every year since you've been here. Sophomores, this might be a little bit new to you. But quite frankly, when we talk about citizenship and character, it's important for us to purposely develop some of those things. Again, this is for you, because as you become better at these things, quite frankly, you'll be a happier human being. You'll see in green, there's 4 green ones. Those are kind of the main ones, and then the things underneath that are kind of related to those main 4. And those are, number 1, develop and maintain a growth mindset. You know, it's You're not going to be perfect at everything. Quite frankly, the way we get good at something is hard work. We get good at it by deliberate practice. We get good at that by being persistent. But we've also got to be kind of forgiving of ourselves that you're not going to be perfect at everything all the time, especially when you first start things. So develop and maintain a growth mindset. The second one, which is one of my favorite things about Timpanogos, because I think we do this quite well, but we still need to work at it. And that is embrace, accept, and respect one another's differences. So crucial to be kind to one another and treat each other with respect. Next one is problem solve 95-5. That's the idea that, you know what, it's okay for 5% of the time to complain about maybe something that's wrong or not perfect for you, but we're going to spend 95% of our time and energy problem solving. And quite frankly, everything that goes on in your life, you're going to have problems constantly. Important to be able to problem solve those things. Last thing, self-govern. Be where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there. Be doing the things you're supposed to be doing. Attendance is a big part of that. If you're in school, you're going to do great. So be in school. Your teachers will refer to these throughout the year, and you'll hear more and more about those. But again, work deliberately to develop those things. School is so much more than just your content knowledge. It's not just about learning science or welding or other things. Although those things are important, it's also about being a good human being. So, work hard at it.
Timpanogos High School was born in 1996 amid the apple orchards of Northeast Orem. In the 18 years since, those orchards have been replaced by homes and parks, but the area has not stopped bearing fruit. Tens of thousands of students have called THS home. They've competed and performed, learned at high levels, and ultimately contributed to what we are today, a community of one striving for excellence. This year, another 1,450 young people will enroll at THS. Each will have the opportunity to leave his or her mark of excellence. They will be assisted by great teachers and coaches, counselors and administrators who share a common mission to empower all students to become lifelong learners and contribute to society. But what does that really mean? To answer, we must look at our school motto, written by the Roman philosopher Seneca. It says, "We learn not for school, but for life." This means what students do at THS is in preparation for something much larger and much more important than high school itself. Getting good grades and passing tests are important, but they aren't the end. They are steps leading students upward and onward to bigger and better things. Lifelong learners know this, and they are eager to take that next step. They are optimistic. They know that the time spent learning is time well spent. They understand that knowledge is power and that it opens the way for more and better opportunities in the years to come. To accomplish our mission of empowering students to become lifelong learners, those of us who make up the THS community, the faculty, parents, students, neighbors, and alumni, envision a school where all students learn how to learn at high levels, develop an intrinsic love of learning, achieve competency in every area of their educational experience and move toward the goal of excellence, earn a high school diploma and plan for post-secondary education or specialized training, value, respect, and accept others' unique individuality and know that they are too valued, respected, and accepted for who they are. And finally, feel that every day is a great day to be a T-Wolf. To bring about our vision, the faculty and staff of THS set challenging yet realistic learning targets for each of the courses offered. Our AP programs are rigorous, and test scores for these programs consistently rank among the highest in the district and the state. Our career and technical programs are on the cutting edge, and every year THS students leave high school prepared to enter the workforce in careers of their choosing. The wide array of challenging yet enjoyable electives continues to foster an intrinsic love of learning. Timpanogos High School's academic excellence can also be attributed to a culture which is unique among high schools. Students value and respect one another and appreciate and celebrate our growing cultural diversity. They embrace differences, extend their hands in friendship to their classmates, and genuinely lift those in need. In return, they feel valued and accepted for who they are. The learning environment at THS is warm yet demanding. Our teachers have the highest expectations for our students, and our students work diligently to meet them. They know that they can do hard things. They understand that there are no shortcuts in learning or in life, and that intelligence and success are the results of hard work and effort. Our students are problem solvers. They self-govern. They are co-authors of THS's unique culture. Whether they're in the classroom or in the hallways, at a sporting event, a performance, or a dance, those who call THS home can proudly say that every day is a great day to be a T-Wolf.
Let's talk a little bit more about attendance. At Timpanogos High School, we want you to understand that we really value attendance, and we really believe that attendance matters. And that's going to ensure your success, as we talked about before. In an effort to make sure that attendance is accurate and whatnot, we have gotten with our teachers and our staff, and they're going to be busily ensuring that attendance records are in fact accurate. We also need parents and students to also help in that process. And we would love for you to please excuse your attendance whenever your attendance should be excused. Another thing that we want to let you know is each and every period of each and every day, we will be sending out a caller to inform parents as to when you miss class. So it's very key and critical that you please attend your class, be there on time, and if by chance you happen to come in late, please make sure that you follow the tardy procedures, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. Your teachers will be taking roll in the first few minutes of class each and every day. A caller will go out and inform your parents as to the fact that you've missed class. Parents, if you don't want to see that, or if your parents don't want to receive that call, please make sure that you've called in and you've cleared your attendance. Now let's go on in and talk to Mrs. Dawson, and she's our attendance secretary. She's going to be the one that's going to be clearing up your attendance. So you'll come on into the attendance office. We'll walk around over here to Mrs. Dawson, and she's going to explain to you the process of how you can, in fact, excuse your attendance.
Hi, welcome to Timpanogos. First of all, you need to remember that we are a closed campus, and you always will need to check in and check out through the attendance office. Please bring a note from your parent with their parent's signature and a phone number so that I can contact them should I need to, if you need to check out and when you're checking in late. And at that point, I will give you a note that will be time-stamped and will take you to your class. Your teacher will know that you're here. Now, if you're planning to go to Disneyland or on a Carnival cruise like I tend to do, you'll want to fill out one of these pre-approved forms. They're located right on the desk in front of me as you walk in. This will prepare your teachers so that they'll know that you're going to be gone for the certain time frame, and it's really important to fill one of these out so we know where you are. Thank you.
Here at Timpanogos, we value having a growth mindset, having a mindset of what can I do to make myself better. Here's a short video about this. Having a growth mindset means focusing on things that can make yourself and your education better. For me, doing good in school is important, but having a growth mindset is thinking about how the stuff I learned today can help me later in my life. So when you think of a growth mindset, things like consultation time, use it to the best of your ability. Have a growth mindset about how it can help you.
Every day we make many different choices, but the most important one is the choice between good and bad. Here's a video talking about the differences between the good wolf and the bad wolf.
Every day, there is a specific decision you have to make. It's the first and it's the most important decision, because from it, you effectively roadmap your destiny. What I'm referring to is the choice to either have a positive outlook or to allow negativity and doubt to chart your course. It's a dilemma that truly is that simple. Every morning, you choose how you want to view the obstacles ahead of you. And what you get out of life will be very different depending on your decision. There's an old Cherokee legend that touches on this conflict. And in the story, there's an older man, he's talking to his grandson about life. He explains that inside all people, there's this fight going on. The struggle consists of two wolves. One manifests itself through negative energy. He's anger, envy, sorrow, inferiority, all that is evil. The other is joy, compassion, faith, truth, all that is good. So he finishes explaining this. The boy sits there, he thinks about it for a minute. He asks his grandfather, well, which one wins? The grandfather replies, whichever one you feed. What we sometimes forget is that we are the sole makers of our own destiny. There are always going to be external factors, whatever they may be, negative people, tough circumstances, maybe a lack of resources. They'll be there, but they cannot dictate your happiness or your success unless you let them. Yeah, they may cause you to alter your approach. You might have to make adjustments. That's good. That's how we develop. That's how we improve. But no one and nothing writes your story but you. Your attitude, your emotions, they directly coincide with how you see the world. So anytime you feel discouraged, negative, envious, anything that's not positive, just stop. Don't waste your time with thoughts that aren't bringing you closer to your goal. There's just no value in it. Tony Robbins says this beautifully. He says you have to be the guardian of your own mind. Allow in only what will help you. Because God knows the world will crush you if you let it. So take the wheel. What you need to do tomorrow when you wake up is look at yourself hard in the mirror. Make a conscious decision to feed the good wolf. You'll be amazed at how far it will take you.
This world is so filled with good that, in truth, we only have to choose to see the good and to make the good in our lives to make it worth living. To me, choosing good over bad matters more than just for school things. It matters for life. It's what makes life worth living. It doesn't matter so much for your school, for career, though it makes those things better. It's really when you choose those things, when you choose to see the bright side, and when you choose to be happy and put in the work necessary, it's what makes this life so good. And we have that opportunity to make it so good because of this world. And so we should take that opportunity and we should choose to feed the good wolf over feeding the bad wolf.
This next video highlights the daily service that one man does and its impact it has on both him and his community.
เขาจะได้อะไรถ้าเขาทำแบบนี้ทุกวัน จะไม่ได้อะไรเลย ไม่ได้รวยขึ้น ไม่ได้ออกทีวี ไม่มีใครรู้จัก ไม่ได้มีชื่อเสียงที่มากขึ้น เพราะสิ่งที่เขาได้คือได้แค่ความรู้สึกได้เห็นความสุขได้เข้าใจได้ความรักได้ในสิ่งที่เงินซื้อไม่ได้ได้โลกที่สวยงามกว่าเดิมในชีวิตคุณอะไรคือสิ่งที่คุณต้องการมากที่สุด
It may seem like the man in the video received no reward for his service, but in reality, his reward was huge. The reward he received was seeing the happiness and the smiles that lit the faces of those of whom he served. As we serve here at Timpanogos, our goal is to inspire the one, become the one Timpanogos. And that means reaching out, smiling, waving, and saying hi to people in the halls. Your service can be small or big, but whatever you do, make sure your service has meaning and that it impacts those around you.